Brickmaniacs, welcome back to another episode of Brickmania TV. Brickmaniacs today, John is with me.
That's right.
Welcome back, John.
Thank you.
It's been a little bit, right?
A little bit. Yes.
Yes.
I believe it was a tank that was here.
Or some sort of vehicle.
South Korean tank, I think.
Yeah.
I think so.
Cool. You are back with a Normandy Bunker.
That's right.
This is Brickmania's latest
That's Normandy.
kit. Yes.
Yeah.
Normandy Bunker. Where do you want to start with this
German
German
things that might be said.
Yeah?
Or inferred. Yeah, so where do we want to start? Let's start with the Normandy Bunker. So this is, so we decided we wanted to make a defensive bunker for the Atlantic Wall for the invasion of Normandy, which of course the highlight of that action was D-Day. So this is the Normandy Bunker. We made it so you can imagine this being part of the Atlantic Wall, where you'd have multiple bunkers, of course, protecting the coastline. So we made this bunker. We wanted, basically, when I was doing a little bit of research, there was like over 600 approved types of bunkers or defensive positions that they came with. 600, right? This one is probably the most identifiable because of movies like Saving Private Ryan.
Sure.
So we decided, why don't we do one that everybody can sort of recognize, because
based off of that, right?
People that are fans of our company are military fans. So very likely that most of them have probably seen the movie Saving Private Ryan or movies like The Longest Day, movies like that. So we made this bunker. The chief, Dan, he wanted this to be a very fun playset, right? So
this is a bunker playset.
It's a bunker
really
playset, right?
Awesome.
So yes, you get to play at war rather than being in war. We made it so if you look at the side here, we'll start with this. We have some Technic bricks here. So you can actually build onto this.
Right.
So you can build in little sort of like areas between bunkers and actually add on multiple bunkers if you want.
Let's say you're making your own diorama. This thing would be highly modular, so you can easily pack it up if you want to take it to shows or something.
Right.
This would be perfect for that. Yeah,
so in front, it's a little raised up just a little bit, so you can actually start adding a little bit of beach. And often there was a little bit of a rise, and then of course the beach down to the water.
Sure.
So you can expand this. If you notice the back is completely open, so it makes it very easy. We don't have to worry about taking things off, and doors and whatever. So you can actually get into it very easily. I'll turn it back around, and I'll start taking it apart.
Yeah.
So we made it very, again, playful. Playability is a factor of 11, maybe.
Right.
Well, maybe 10. Okay, I won't go that far. So we'll take off the top, so the top comes off. Okay, before we do that, some of the features of the outside, let's go to that. Of course, we've got the little bit of grass growing on here, or camouflage, right?
I like the battle damage, so you get some rebar showing.
So that was Andrew Summers, our young apprentice. I don't know if I would call him an apprentice. He's actually quite a good designer. But Padawan, yeah. So he actually suggested, why don't we do some exposed rebar? So we did that on here. A little bit of battle damage on the top, right? Okay, so let's continue taking it apart. I took the top off. Now you can see we have a little bit more able to get into the bunker. First thing you see, of course, these are little rations that we have for the soldiers. Now this doesn't come with German soldiers, but of course you can add your own German soldiers depending on how many soldiers you want to defend this. Doing a little bit of research, there was maybe 400 to 500,000 German troops in the whole Normandy area defending against the attacks. About half of them were killed or wounded, and almost half were captured. Right. So anyway, so we've got this is a little box of chocolates, right? And then what did I do with the bottle? Oh, the bottle's over there. And that is a bottle of schnapps. I can't remember what the little tin of chocolates is called, but this is Rommel schnapps, because Rommel, of course, was in charge of beefing up the defenses at Normandy. So, okay, so we have the Normandy bunker. We've taken the top off. you see, when you look inside here, you see a little propaganda poster here, which I made a bigger copy so you can see. It was pretty awesome.
That is pretty awesome.
Slam. You know, I gave them like, hey, we want to do a propaganda poster. I gave him a couple of images to go from. This was something he came up with himself, which I thought was very cool.
Very cool.
Which means like quiet. The enemy is you're in danger if you talk.
Schweizer.
Yeah.
Schweizer.
Yeah.
This is the Lego for.
But really, yeah, exactly. It's the U, the universal U shape.
Means a lot of things.
And a very cool poster. So you got a printed version of that right here, which is very cool. Now this comes out rather easily, right? Which allows you to get into the area where, you know, most of the action would be happening on the German side. You would have a couple of soldiers manning these machine guns, so you can position them like so. So I brought a couple of.
Oh no!
I lost my. Here it is. I lost my rifle. You can position them so they're in firing position on the beaches. Sorry, people on the beaches, but that's the way it goes. It's war. Again, so you can get in very easily. We made this wall to come out very easily. Now, what they would have had in these bunkers were either wall paintings or charts or some kind of maps indicating where they should be firing or what the distances are and things like that. So we've done a couple of examples of that. This one here is showing like different parts of the beach and where you know where they should be firing.
You want to show that?
So we put it up there.
Yeah.
Let's put it there. Should I turn it around so they can see the propaganda poster too? We saw that.
Ooh.
And there's that propaganda poster. So of course we saw the big version of it. But anyway, that's a little version. Okay, so you've got your Germans in firing position. They've got two MG42s with belt chains ready for action, right? Now, of course, we have as you see, there's a bottom floor.
Right. How do I get to that bottom floor, John?
Let me show you.
John, how do I get, wait, this can't come apart, can it?
I'm going to say something.
Okay.
It might infringe on somebody's license, but I'm going to say by the power of Grayskull, I'm going to pull this out. So
you've infringed.
So this little part always wants to come along for the ride. We'll put that part back. You know what's cool is about the way this was built, if you look, there's a little, I don't know if you can see through here, but there's a little crack.
Ooh.
Right? Going all the way through. So
took a direct hit.
So they
right
are
there.
vulnerable.
Yeah.
They are vulnerable. So, okay, so we took the top off. As you see, it comes off very easily. I didn't really have to use the power of Grayskull. I just like saying that. So, anyway, so if we look inside, you'll see that on this side, we've got the little bit of ladder here, so you can get back up to the top level. So this would be underneath the bunker, kind of built into the hillside. Places for them to sleep when they're taking shift. You know, they have shifts. So this way. So we'll turn it this way. Now, there's a couple of clips here, so you can actually, I brought a couple of rifles, so you can attach your rifles here. So when the guys that are sleeping, if they get, you know, hey, Schnell, you know, machen war. So they can run up
exactly what they would have said.
So they can run up the ladder. Machst du war? Machst du Krieg? Sorry. Machst du Krieg? Make war. Okay, so they're going to run up the ladder. Okay, anybody that's out there listening that's German speaking, I apologize ahead of time. I took German a few years back.
You apologize behind time.
It's been a long time. So anyway, so you can put your rifles there. You got a little table here, so you can take your little bottle of schnapps, put it there. Whoa!
Oh, I followed too much schnapps, John.
I think the schnapps is schnips. So put the candy there. Right? You got a little place you can sit.
A little stool.
A couple places that you can
little footrest.
Attach your legs. We do have this really cool little telephone, which again says Achtung. Let's see, what did it say again? Find Port Mir.
Call mother.
Call mother.
Call mother.
Mir.
I think it all means the enemy's listening. Yeah. But all you have to do is when you look at this poster, Du bringst mich in Gefahr, you can just look that up in Google and it'll translate it for you. So
you did know at one time what that said. You were saying.
Yeah, quiet. You bring a lot of danger, right? Okay. I think that's what it means. So
okay. You were telling me.
Keep your mouth closed, and maybe you should just take your hair tied together so the mouth cannot speak. Okay. So all right. Sorry. So we put that back up there, and then we have one more map. We'll just pull it off the wall. So
maps.
Cameraman, camera guy, camera expert. This is another map of the beach. laid out in quadrants or areas, so they know again. Somebody, the high command can call Gunther, who's downstairs, right? Let's bring one of these guys downstairs.
He's just hanging out drinking schnapps.
Gunther's going to get the telephone, right? He's like, oh, the phone is ringing. Maybe it's Mutti with mine rations. So he pulls off the phone. He puts the phone up to his little German head and starts talking. Hello, what is it? Oh, we're under attack. Oh no, what are we going to do? So
what does he do?
So he's
because there's a ladder here. I see.
So he's contacted by the high command, right? Hey, concentrate your firepower on this part of the beach.
How would they say that in German?
Concentrate your power on this part of the beach now. See, now is I can't remember. Anyway, so he would just yell upstairs. Hey, of course, if it's too loud, he's gonna have to climb upstairs, tell them. Or they probably sometimes had an intercom system. So these defensive positions, right? They had a number of things. They had armored intake, so air coming in that was protected. Steel doors. They had ventilation systems and telephones. So what we did for this one is just visually the telephone.
Sure.
But you can imagine that there's all these other parts of the bunker that were built in to protect the occupants because they are, of course, defending what they thought was the right thing to do and defend that area. So very destructive day for the Allied troops and the German troops because these bunkers, a lot of them were very effective at what they were supposed to do, which was defend the beaches, or I should say defend France and Belgium and Denmark? Well, anyway, defense the coast there. So put this back in. I'll show you how that goes back in very easily. Just pop it right back in like that. So easy. And we'll pop this back on top, like so. And now you've got your bunker back in position. I knocked the bottle over. Very fun play set.
Absolutely. You've had this on your desk on on top.
I've got a lot of compliments, and I'm really, that's very, very nice.
People would stop by and just kind of, it's like, oh, what's going on here? They'd play around.
One of the Brickmania employees actually threatened to buy one because he thought it was so cool. He was very upset.
Threatened.
He was very upset that it was so cool that he had to, did I say frightened?
Threatened. You threatened to buy one?
He threatened to buy one because he thought it was so cool that he was forced to buy one. I say force, okay. So that's in a nutshell, even though it's not a nutshell, that's the Normandy Bunker. Unfortunately for the Allied forces, a very effective defensive position, but as we know, the Allied forces won the day and eventually got past these positions.
Yes. Very cool detailed model here. I really want to. I can't wait to see some builds incorporating this on a larger scale.
That would be awesome.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anything else, John?
No, on this bunker, that's it. Again, it doesn't come with the minifigs, but you can put your own German minifigs in there, or we have. This one seemed the most appropriate. It was the German army that was there. Well, actually, I wrote down. There was the 716th Infantry Division, the 352nd Infantry Division, the 91st Air, I can't speak, 91st Air Landing Division, so there's Luftwaffe troops on the ground as well, and the 709th. These are all German divisions that were there in that particular battle. So, thousands and thousands of troops, very, very strong defenses, but the Allies, I wouldn't say they won the day. It took them a while to get off the beaches. But
it's quite a fight.
Quite a fight, yeah.
With that is the episode. For more information, John, where should they go?
They should go to brickmania.com.
Yes.
Yeah.
And like, comment, subscribe.
Like, comment, and subscribe.
Cool. Thank you very much for watching.
All at the same time.
One big button press. The harder you press your keyboard, just press straight through the mouse.